Dan, the Credit Man Willis here, and we're talking about how to raise your credit score. Now, there's 5 key pieces according to the FICO, and that's the company that actually calculates everyone's credit score. They represent like 90% of the credit scores out there. They say there's 5 key pieces, and we're going to specifically talk about the 2 big pieces here. But the 5 pieces are: first, your payment history. That's roughly 35% of your overall credit score. Next is your amounts owed. That's your available credit to debt. We'll talk more about that here in detail in a moment. That's 30%. And the last 3 things aren't things that you really have a ton of control over, and they aren't things you should worry about. But just so you know, length of your credit history, that's how long you've been using credit. The older your accounts, the better. That's about 15%. And then types of credit is about 10%. The idea is the more diverse, different types of accounts you have, the better. And then new credit, how often are you applying to get credit? How often is your credit checked? But like we said, those are really things you don't need to worry about. These first 2 things, payment history, is your actual credit reports along with the bills that you have now that are reporting to the 3 major credit bureaus. What you want is a trail of positive on-time payments. This really helps, and unfortunately, it's really a good thing to do to take some action to remove some of the old negative derogatory items that are bringing down your credit score. You don't just have to live with bad credit for 7 to 10 long years like they say. It's a maximum. That's what the maximum amount of time is, which means you can often remove items much earlier. So the next point, and this is the last point we're going to hit on here, is your available credit to debt. Now, this is how much debt do you have versus how much available credit. The idea is the more credit you have that's unused. So, for example, with a credit card, if you had a $1,000 limit and you had a $200 balance, then you have $800 of unused available credit. The idea is if you have unused available credit, then you're in a little bit better secure financial footing than if your credit card's maxed out. It makes some logical sense. So the big thing, other than paying your bills, which I'm sure you're doing, and making sure that you don't get more negative items, is to work on your credit history. And this is often done by either negotiating with the collection agencies, but you really have to be careful. Don't just pay them. In fact, you might not even have to pay it. Debt validation is the first key. We'll include some more videos here, so please subscribe and join our congregation. But you want to validate your debt before you pay it. And then when you do pay it, you always want to pay it for less, and you have to set some stipulations that they'll stop recording your account information, and then that way you can get it off your credit report. The other way, of course, is actually disputing the credit bureaus directly, and you can do this yourself. You have to have some patience and real determination. Otherwise, you can hire somebody to help. Just be careful about who you hire, because it shouldn't cost an arm and a leg, but it really can save you a lot of time and frustration. And please subscribe. Check out some more videos. We're going to include a link to a description at our website for some more tips. We've also got a free report there we'd like to ask you to sign up for, the 7 simple steps to clean your credit. And if you'd like a free credit consultation and credit report summary, call 1-855-655-9869. That's toll free. And again, that's 1-855-655-9869 for a free credit consultation. Please have a fantastic afternoon. Please visit our website. Please subscribe and join our congregation. And looking forward to talking to you again here soon.